Hello and welcome to the Teachers Wellness Coach YouTube channel and the Pastel Pod. This is your weekly snippet of health and wellness inspiration for female teachers only. I'm Kat and I am on a mission to make healthier living simple, realistic and actually fun. And I'll be giving advice of how you can spend time and find time for yourself throughout your busy teaching day every single week. So if there's something you think that would be really helpful for you, just hit the subscribe button. I would massively appreciate it. And also if you want to join over, nearly 400 other female teachers inside my free school community, it's packed full of educational lessons, recipe books, and so much more. Just hit the link in the caption and I will welcome you in with open arms. So in today's lesson, I want to run through with you everything that I wish someone had taught me within my first year of teaching. Okay, so if you are about to start your first year of teaching, maybe you've just finished your teacher training year, or even if you're going into your 10th year of teaching, these are things that I wished someone had told me when I walked into my first classroom, but instead I learnt them the hard way through many years in the classroom, feeling stressed, people pleasing, overworking, the lot. All of the lists that we know that we go through, I've done that all. So I've taught for about 9 to 10 years, including 4 years internationally in Oman. I absolutely love teaching, but I also know what it's like to skip lunch, to survive and literally run just on coffee and not having any food in my system, literally just being caffeined up to my eyeballs, and then answering parent emails at 10 o'clock, not being able to sleep because you're thinking and you're worrying about the next day. So lesson 1, being busy doesn't make you a better teacher. Just because you are being busy, that doesn't then mean that you're actually being productive, and there's a big difference there. So the culture of staying late, feeling guilty for leaving before other teachers, and thinking that the best teachers sacrifice everything, this is not the case. I'm telling you now, you can have the balance of your life and of your work, and you can switch off in the evenings, you can have time for yourself. You then become a better teacher with doing so. You do not need to sacrifice your life at all to then become a better teacher. So being busy doesn't then mean being productive. Long hours doesn't then equal better outcomes. And students need healthy, happy teachers. And that comes when you put yourself first, not last. So choose one finish time each week that you then refuse to work past, and you have to be strict with your boundaries and with your schedule. Moving on to lesson 2, perfection is the fastest route to burnout. This is what I used to do. I used to really focus on making the perfect PowerPoints for all of my lessons. I would go over and over my lessons and practice and go through them. I would try and think of all of the different case scenarios and the outcomes of things that could happen in the future. I would be really thinking about perfect displays around my classroom and making them look the best that they can be. Color-coded resources, just spending hours just tweaking the tiny details, and they don't matter. It's about the teaching part that's the main element, of course, for the success for your students. And your students, they're not going to remember your font. They remember how you made them feel. And it's about the environment that you create, but that comes from you and that comes from within. It doesn't come from a cozy room and a really nice colourful classroom. Of course that adds to it. Of course it does. But it's about the tiny details that don't matter with all of your displays. It's you creating that environment and that really nice, warm, welcoming feel for your students. Also, something that really helped me is just asking, will this matter in 6 months' time? And if the answer is no, let it go, move on. What's the next thing that will matter right here, right now? Lesson 3, stop waiting until the holidays to then look after yourself. I feel like we're in a constant countdown all the time. We're counting down to the next half term, to the next Easter holiday, to the next summer holiday. And then we say to ourselves, now that's our time where we can prioritize ourselves because we have the time for it. You have the time during term time. You are just not making it a priority yet. And I'm going to help you with how you can be prioritizing yourself all year round, not just in the holiday times. So it's always, and this was me in the past, I would always say, I'll start in half term, I'll start in the summer, I'll get into a really good routine, I'll, put myself first after I've done all of my reports. And it's all about having the balance of continuously working on your health and wellness all year round. So, but your health, you can't be on one week and then off another week. It's just about finding a routine that works for you, that you can stick to all year round. And you need habits during term. It's not just during the holidays. So thinking about the absolute basics: sleep, nutrition, movement, stress, and recovery. So just choosing one habit this week, not 10, not feeling really overwhelmed, just one habit that you can then stick to. Lesson 4, exercise gives you energy, and this is one that I am the most passionate about because fitness, training, the gym, this got me out of my big slump that I was in. I was gaining weight and I didn't really realise until over a longer period of time. And I just felt sluggish. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't recognise my body, and it really got to me and it really affected me. Training changed my life with the way that everything else fell into place after I prioritized my training, my strength training in the gym. Stress hormones, endorphins, improved sleep, mental clarity, confidence, all of these skyrocketed as soon as I prioritized my strength training. And it's not, oh, I'm too tired. It's not, I don't have time. It's not, I'll start on Monday. You make the time and you have the time. You just need to prioritize it. I'm too tired. Get to the gym. You will feel so much more energized afterwards. That's something that's really stuck with me. If there's been a day where it'd be a really long day of teaching and I'd feel absolutely exhausted, because you do after your teaching day, I would just get myself to the gym. I would always feel so much better after moving my body. And then after the gym, I would have more energy for my evenings to then do more. Then I could go for a walk. Then I would cook a really nice dinner. It would just give me that boost that I needed after work to then have the rest of my evenings. So, moving today, move your body today, you're going to be feeling so much better for it. Even if it's just a 5-minute walk, get yourself moving. Get your body moving. If you are in my school community, I've got a new classroom that I've recently just uploaded, and it's Strong Teacher in 10, 20, 30, 40. So basically, no matter what time you have, no matter what equipment you have, if you have zero equipment, if you just have dumbbells, if you go to the gym, there are over 35 workouts based on the time you have every single week. And I've done this that you can continuously progress. So one week you might have just 10 minutes. Another week you might have a bit longer and have 40 minutes. So whatever you do, you're then following a similar program so that you can then still progress and make progress within your training. So dive into that classroom if you haven't already. You can literally unlock all of this for $22. You then have lifetime access to all of these workouts, and I'm continuously adding to them as well. So soon there's going to be more workouts for you available. But yeah, get stuck in. I think that's a really good starting point. If you're not sure where to start, but you know that you want to move your body, 100% go in and get those resources. Lesson 5, your lunch break is not optional. So eating standing up or photocopying or printing whilst you're chewing, not eating at all, which was the case with me. I would just skip lunch and I'd be absolutely starving. But we don't want to then have afternoon crashes when you get to your lesson 5, lesson 6, or your afternoon classes and feeling exhausted, decision fatigue, headaches, mood swings, energy. So what to do? Really simple. Pack protein in your lunchbox. Literally pack protein and make that your number one priority. Drinking water, getting a nice water bottle and put it in front of you at all times, carry it around with you. Leave the classroom if possible. It's not healthy just being stuck in that one room all day. Get outside if you can. Go for a walk with a colleague whilst eating your lunch if you can, especially during the nicer weather. Just getting yourself out of that environment can be really nice for that transition, and just having that mental block as well, between that mental barrier, I guess, between this is my work environment and then taking yourself outside or taking yourself to the staff room, and just having those different environments can be really helpful as well. Lesson 6, we are building systems and not motivation. Now, I say this to my clients all the time. You cannot rely on motivation. It disappears. And to be honest, it's never really around for long, right? You have it when you first start something, when something's really excited. You have it at the beginning of the year in January. You have it at the beginning of the academic year in September time. But then it disappears. It dwindles off and off it goes. See you later. And then you end up just feeling frustrated and then feeling stuck again. Now, it's really important you dial in your systems that then remain consistent all year round. Some little habits that you can literally start from today, just be ready to go. So for example, your gym clothes can be laid out, your water bottle filled, just some simple breakfasts that are planned and you can prep before. On Sunday, get your meal prep, pack your lunches the night before, just get everything ticked off so you don't need to think about it and then it's not lingering over you for the next day. Calendar blocking. Recurring reminders and blocking time for what matters. There's a whole other training on this with how I switched to Google Calendar, and I have saved hours of time since doing that. So have a look at my other video for that. But yeah, just choose one system to build this weekend. What one thing you're going to work on that's going to be consistent in the holidays and also in term time. Lesson 7, your identity is bigger than teaching. Now, it is so easy within this job to start losing yourself and everything becomes school and it's all you talk about. And outside of work, if you're meeting up with colleagues, if you're meeting up with friends, you can then go down this rabbit hole of just talking about work all the time and also maybe feeling guilty for hobbies that you might have. I encourage you from today, read, travel, see friends, exercise, date nights, paint, walk, whatever makes you feel really good that you love doing. We all have hobbies. Even if your hobbies are sitting and watching your favorite Netflix, that is a hobby. Get excited for things that you love doing and they should be a big part of your life. They shouldn't be pushed to one side because work has taken over. You have to treat those with the same importance as work itself. So the best teachers, they have lives outside of the classroom. And it's really nice as well to talk to the kids about this. If they ask, what have you done over the weekend or the holidays? You are also then setting them an example that you've put yourself first and you are prioritising your hobbies and that you have other things that you love doing outside of teaching. Lesson 8, ask for help earlier. I wish I could go back and do this, but I think for me, the fear was not wanting to then look incapable and just saying yes to everything and saying I can do it and trying to figure it out myself. And actually, I just wasted so many hours with just sitting and trying to figure stuff out with maybe if it was data, if it was, I don't know, systems, whatever it was, what the task was. It was more of the tech side of things. I just wish I'd just asked for help earlier and just to sit with someone and kind of get rid of that embarrassment of asking for help. I wish I'd done that earlier because I'd have saved so much time. So you don't look stupid if you ask for help. If anything, people love helping. Of course, teachers love helping each other, and that's also what they're there for. It's having that support network. But every experienced teacher has asked for help, and mentors exist for a reason. And then community also prevents burnout. So it is leaning on each other. And that's really important to do. Lesson 9, comparison will steal your confidence. I'm talking about Pinterest classrooms. I'm talking about Instagram teachers that make it look so easy to put together all these nice reels of their amazing classrooms and it looking as if they've done it within 5-10 seconds, which just isn't the case. So the highlight reels, it's not the full picture, and comparing to other people and other teachers. And teachers with 20 years plus experience, they were once exactly where you are today. And everyone starts somewhere. So don't compare your chapter 1, your page 1 to someone else, chapter 9 or chapter 10, wherever they are. They are further ahead and that is okay because they've had more experience. It doesn't make you less of a person. If anything, soak that up and learn from the people above you or in front of you that have been where you are. Learn from them and soak up all of their knowledge and absorb like a sponge with what they say to you because they've been in your situation before, right? So everyone starts somewhere and there's so much room to grow. So, use that as inspiration, not comparison and feeling like shit afterwards. It's comparing in a healthy way. Okay, and then we have lesson 10, your health is part of your professional development. So schools invest in behaviour, assessment, curriculum, teacher strategies, obviously CPD, but nobody teaches you stress management or nutrition or boundaries, confidence and habit building and recovering. So these determine whether you survive and continue with your sustainable habits. throughout the year. So it's important that that is number one within your list of things to do. So being a better teacher, it doesn't mean working harder. What I eventually learned was that becoming healthier made me a better teacher. I was calmer, I was more present, I really enjoyed my job more because I was happier with the version of me that I was becoming. The students then got a happier version of me. My colleagues got a kinder version of me. I definitely got more patient as well. My family got a version of me that wasn't exhausted. I got my life back. I got my life back, and it felt really good to get excited for things outside of work as well, and to just have more of a life, and expanding the different areas of your life as well can be really exciting. So I really hope that I inspire you today to think about who you are outside of the classroom, work through these 10 different lessons as well of what I wish I learned as a teacher when I went into the classroom the first time. But if you enjoyed this lesson, please share with a friend. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. It honestly means the world. And if you haven't already entered my community, I would love to welcome you with open arms. So all you need to do is just click the link in the description and I will welcome you within my school community. So as always, thank you so much for listening. You are an absolute legend for being here, and I will see you within the next training.